The Hermit of the Himalayas. He'd been separated from his climbing group somewhere above 5,000 metres. One moment they were a line of bright jackets ahead of him, the next they were swallowed by the blizzard. He shouted until his throat burned, but the wind shredded the sound. By the time he found the cave, he was stumbling more than walking. Inside, the air was still, dim, almost warm, and there, seated in perfect lotus, was a monk, or at least a man in robes, completely motionless, so still the climber thought he'd frozen solid. He approached cautiously. "Hello?" he whispered. Nothing. He reached out and nudged the monk's shoulder. The monk opened one eye. "Please don't poke," he croaked, voice brittle with disuse. The climber nearly toppled backwards. "You're alive!" "Regrettably," the monk muttered, stretching his neck with a series of soft cracks. "Haven't spoken in, well, a while. Hard to keep track." The climber sat down, partly from exhaustion, partly from shock. "Are you a hermit?" "By necessity," the monk said. "Did you come here seeking enlightenment?" The monk gave him a tired look. "No, I came here to stop thinking." The climber frowned. "That's not usually the goal." "It is when your thoughts have consequences," the monk said. "My mind leaks, always has. Whatever I imagine tends to manifest." He said it without drama, just weary resignation. "At first it was harmless," he continued. "Thought about a warm fire and there it was. Thought about a loaf of bread and it appeared. Very convenient." He paused. "Then I had a stray thought about two trains colliding. Next morning the papers were full of it." The climber swallowed. "I imagined the lions escaping from London Zoo once," the monk added. "Terrible business. And don't get me started on the Crystal Palace dinosaurs. They were never meant to move." The climber stared. "You're from London?" "Brentford," the monk said. "Left in 1856, I think. Hard to be sure. How's the club doing these days?" "The club?" "Cricket," the monk said. "I used to follow them religiously. Haven't dared imagine a match since I came up here. Might accidentally conjure a bowler the size of a cottage." The climber rubbed his temples. "So you came here to, what, meditate the world safe?" "Exactly," the monk said. "Up here, fewer distractions, fewer people to accidentally imagine into calamity. It's not been perfect. I created a few Yeti totally by accident." A distant low bellow rolled across the mountains. The climber stiffened. The monk sighed. "Yes, that'll be one of mine. They tend to wander when I'm tired." The climber shook his head. "Look, mate, I can only assume you're pulling my leg, or the isolation's got to your head. It's 2026. There's no way you've been here 170 years, and that was a yak, not a Yeti. Yeti don't exist. Yaks do, so logically that was a..." He didn't finish the sentence. The monk opened both eyes. Before him stood a rather confused yak. He winced and sighed. "Oh, yak again. Sorry, mate. You were yakking away and, well, my mind wandered." He waved the hand vaguely. "I'll try and think you back later, if I get the time." Then he closed his eyes, settled into lotus, and exhaled. "Now, if you don't mind," he murmured, "I really mustn't think about anything else." The cave fell quiet. The blizzard howled outside, and the newly transformed yak stood very, very still.